Boomtown Unite, what's up? It's some energy here. Come on, you're gonna have to see it. So, my name's Tom Toole. I work with the Tom Toole Sales Group at Remax Mainline in the Philadelphia area. And you can see what our team's been up to. Last year we closed $165 million in volume. We've been the #1 Remax team in Pennsylvania since 2018. This year we're going to close 1,000 sites. First, before we get into the presentation, can we just thank Greer and the Boomtown Events Group for putting on probably the best CRM conference in real estate? A lot of work going on back there. So, here we go. So what we're going to talk about now is bulletproofing your business. So you heard Greer talk about portals and all these people out there trying to get a piece of the commission pie. And that's something we all need to safeguard against. There's a lot of competition coming into the real estate space right now. Last year there was $32 billion with the B dollars invested from venture capitalists into real estate technology. If anyone listened to the Guy Raz podcast with Rich Barton from Zillow, anyone hear that before? He basically talks about how he put travel agents out of business, and he thinks real estate agents are dumbasses, and that they don't deserve the fee. That's not the word to use, that's what I heard when I listened to it. You've got Realtor.com doing the same thing. They have Market VIP. These are all portals. They're constantly pumping money into advertising, so when they look up realtors in Philadelphia or real estate in Charleston, those are the people coming up. On top of that, we've got referral networks like Dave Ramsey and HomeLight, who run Google ads competing with all the real estate search terms that are out there so they can get a referral fee. And then they hook us up with the best agents anyway. A lot of the best agents work with these companies, I get it. And then you got discount brokers. These guys have been around forever, they constantly fail, but they're saying, we can do it better, real estate is broken, we'll sell your home for 1%, and what they don't tell you is, we're also going to screw up the transaction royally, it's going to be a disaster for the consumers, and it's going to cost them money, right? I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Redfin deal where the client lost money because of bad advice. So that's what's going on right now in the real estate space. And there is a way to beat all these companies with a sustainable local brand that is going to be bigger locally than any of them can be. And that's what all of us need to strive for. Along with that, you've got to have the skills and the disciplines in place to actually do it. This is a skill-based market now. It's very competitive. That's what Greer and Dave and everyone's going to talk about over the next couple days here. So all these companies are coming for your commission. Are you going to be ready? Because they're trying to attack your database right now. We get leads sometimes. I sold them a house. They come through as a Zillow Flex lead. Here's 35%. That sucks. And I don't want that to happen to anybody here. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The next slide here, I'm an avid Peloton rider. I heard this on a Peloton ride. This is Alex Toussaint. He was the MVP of the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game with Poseidon. Very cool dude. And he said, discipline will carry you when motivation can't. And people constantly talk about, hey, I'm trying to get motivated. I want to get motivated to make calls. I want to get motivated to do business and work my database. And we're using these platforms and this tech stack that I'm going to walk you through to show you exactly how to do it. So, when you have discipline, what does that even mean? So one of our goals at our organization is to be the most recognized and well-reviewed brand in the metro Philadelphia area. Top 5, top 6 market in the country. That's no small goal. And in order to do that, you've got to be disciplined because the local agent will win. You got DJ and Lindsay up there. These guys are the official realtors of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a global brand, right? Well, imagine being able to put the NFL logo on all your marketing. Genius. That brand will carry you, and it's going to beat Zillow. The Jaguars are better than Zillow, literally, right? So that's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. And a discipline is something you can do literally 100% of the time. Nothing can get in your way. And a lot of people, they start to negotiate with themselves. I'm not going to do this today because I just don't feel like it. Maybe later. When you negotiate with yourself, that hurts your discipline, hurts your business, and makes you not motivated to go sell houses. That's got to be the core competency for everyone in the room. It's defined as the ability to control your behavior or the way you live or work, whatever. So that's what we're going to talk about here. These are disciplines within a business that anybody can do. So it starts with having a sustainable business. I sold 90 homes a year personally for 10 years straight. I've been selling real estate for 21 years. My business model was based on 3 lead pillars. That's it. And I became really There's a lot of stuff out there. And I'm not saying don't work other lead pillars. I'm saying get focused and become a specialist in a couple. Because it's really easy to have that bumblebee syndrome where you go, okay, I'm going to work expired listings. I'm going to do online leads. I'm going to do YouTube videos. You're doing all this stuff and you're not good at any of it. Anyone that happened to anybody here before has happened to me. So you got to get focused on three. I find this is a scalable business. The first is your sphere. We're going to talk about how to protect that database here shortly. The second, you need to be bringing in listings. If you don't have listings and you're constantly working with buyers, that's your only thing to do in your business, you're going to be exhausted. You're writing 5, 6, 7 offers right now to get one accepted. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of tough conversations, especially when you're telling people, hey, we lost out on the home again, instead of, hey, Mr. Seller, I just got you 10 offers. What neighbors do you know that are thinking about moving? And you look like the hero because you worked on your skills. There's a lot of ways to do that. We're not going to talk about that today. And we're also going to talk about online leads and how to protect them and follow up with them. Because look, all the eyeballs are online. Everyone's going to these websites in different places, but you might be able to compete with these sites or use them as a client acquisition tool and then work them over and over and over again down the line. So there's two groups of people out there, right? You've heard this before. The people you know and the people you don't know. Obviously, the one that's bigger are the people you don't know. However, the repeat client, as Brewer showed you in his presentation, costs a lot less to keep them in the store. That's what you're looking for. You want to make sure you're getting those people that come back and want to use you again. And that's lost business for a lot of realtors. There's stats about this, the National Association of Realtors. Nobody ever follows up with a past client. Doesn't matter. If you're protecting that database and you're actually building out the people you know, you'll be able to keep all the commission, not pay a referral fee, and on top of it, they already know you, like you, trust you, so they're going to refer you out with higher likelihood there. So with that, with your sphere, we've got all these other lead pillars here on the right. Open houses, circle dialing, for sale by owners, expire. These are all the things you can do to generate listings. But your sphere, they already like it. Who here hasn't had kind of client that like you knew it wasn't going well and they hated your guts? Besides me, right? Everybody. It's not fun working with those people. They're energy sucking vampires. They suck the life out of you, and I dread when the phone will ring and I see that on the caller right there. So why are you going to work with them when you got people that know you, like you, trust you? And again, this is one lead pillar. So a lot of people, what they don't do is they don't build out their sphere and make an activity-based plan. So the first step is knowing who's in your sphere. Most agents, they don't want to put in the work. They're not going to sit down and build it out. And there's a couple ways to do that. Then you got to know what they're doing. Meaning, your buddy, and maybe his father passed away. You reach out to him, send him a text, send him a video, let him know you're there for him. No real estate talk. Maybe you see someone's having a kid or getting married. That's me, the antenna goes up. Hey, maybe they're thinking about moving. I should reach out to them and just congratulate them. And if you're doing a good job as a realtor, they're going to know you sell real estate. You have to connect with them. And there's a lot of ways to connect. We're going to do that, go through that in a second. And then be in the know and share what you know. Meaning show them you're the expert. There's a lot of realtors out there, all they post on social media is I sold 5 houses. Well, congratulations, nobody gives a shit. I hate to tell, I hate to break it to you. What they want to see is value-based content. And we're going to walk through the value-based content we pump out constantly to help engage our folks the right way. And then there's how to do it. So a lot of things you can do to engage your sphere, and it's really easy, and a lot of it doesn't cost a lot of money. Popeye, anyone know what a Popeye is? We've been doing, all right, we got Karen Peters, Popeye Queen, right? She's actually taught this to our team. And we've done this in scale. For a Super Bowl weekend, we put together 6 packs of beer to all our best clients. And we rank our clients in who's like an A, B, C, etc. And A is 3 or more paychecks. We have our staff dropping by the house. Hey, enjoy a 6-pack on us, happy Super Bowl weekend. That's real connection. You can't beat that on a website. Calling, right? Birthday and anniversary calls. I'm going to show you how to leverage Boomtown, how to do that. Handwritten notes, one-to-one conversations. And in order to get business from your network, you've got to be the most valuable person in your network. You follow me on this? It's not about how can I get business. It's how can I help people, and then the business is going to come back tenfold. That needs to be the mindset. When you build your sphere, the best conversion rate out there is 10%. If you got 500 people in your sphere, at best, you're going to get 10% conversion or 50 sales. But only 5% of the population are actually in a real estate decision-making phase. Most people don't want to move, so you can't expect business all the time. And every time you get a referral from them, it doesn't mean it's an automatic sale. It's usually a 3-to-1 ratio of referrals to a sale that you actually get. And typically every 20 people you talk to should get you one referral. That's two-way communication, so how are you connecting with them? And Boomtown makes it really easy to do that. You guys have seen this before, right? This is the client homepage of Boomtown. The laser on this, I'm going to show you a couple key things. Here we go, right here. See birthday, closing date, anniversary, right? Who calls you on your birthday besides your mom? My mom doesn't even call me on my birthday. Sometimes, I get that. But the point is, you call your clients on their birthday, they're going to remember that. And it's not a call about, hey, can you send me some business? You can't have commission grab. It's a call about, hey, happy birthday, grateful for you, just thinking about you today, hope everything's going well. And use like the forward script, like family, occupation, recreation. I never go to dreams, that's a little weird, but feel free if that's what you want to do. You can also call them on the closing date, right? Very exciting day when they sold or bought a home. Think about all the stress associated with moving. It's like one of the top 5 most stressful things out there. You call people on that, they don't even remember. Or realtors won't even remember. But this is systemized, it's easy. And there's even another way you can do this with smart segments that'll show you. So all you have to do is click a button, and you can see everyone in your database, when their birthday is, when their anniversary is. That's how text can help you. We talked about building the sphere out. So there's a couple exercises to do that. One is the memory jogger. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. We're going to show some questions up here on the next slide, but it helps you build out your sphere in terms of all the people you know. I hear this excuse all the time. I don't know anybody. I don't have anyone. Well, when you go through 157 questions and it's stuff like who cuts your hair, what do you get your dry cleaning done, who does your taxes, you know a lot more people than you think. You have to get the limiting belief out of the way. I also challenge everyone, pull out your cell phone right now and go to your contacts list. I've got 2,566 people on my phone. Tell me you don't know anybody if you got 1,000 contacts on your phone. Start at Z, work backwards, and pick out the people that you think will be real clients. Like if you have some friends across the country, you might not want to put them in your Boomtown system, but if they're local, that's a great opportunity to start working the people you know. And you've got to use the CRM. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see agents make. They want to text outside the CRM. I don't know, I have like 1,000 unread texts on my phone right now. I don't have half the numbers saved. I don't know who these people are. But when you use the CRM, you get an alert in Boomtown and it says, hey, so-and-so texted you. Well, that's like a cash register going off when I see that alert going on my phone, right? You see the Boomtown, the logo come up, the notifications there. You've got to use the CRM because it's got all these great features. I'm not remembering anybody's birthday. And then utilize the Boomtown upload sheet to get them in there. This is really good. You go to the help section on Boomtown, and there's a templated Google sheet. You can upload all your people with their birthdays, their anniversaries, their email, their address, all that. Hire a virtual assistant to put it in there for you for like $10 an hour. And they will put it right into the system for you instead of you doing it one at a time. This is one of the things a lot of people don't utilize, and it's going to be a time saver. So you can get them all into your CRM right away. How do you build it out? Here's the memory jogger. You can see there's a ton of questions up here. This is just some of them. So, ever had that like third cousin that you never talked to and they bought a house without you? Sucks, right? Maybe put them in the CRM, they wouldn't have it. You got the people that you go to the gym with. Who's your attorney? Who cuts your hair? All these different things. And there's a lot more questions than this. You've got to think it through because you know more people than you realize. And when you take the time to do it, you can build a sustainable and repeatable business without referral fees and without these big companies coming and trying to take some of your money. Here's how you get to the birthdays and anniversaries. This to me is super valuable. So on the left there, you see that red box? You can build out your own smart segments in Boomtown. I've done all these. This is a screenshot from my CRM. And you can put things like, who's got a birthday today? And literally click on it, upload it into a call sheet, use the Mojo dialer. You get it done in like 10 minutes. Half these people don't even pick up the phone anyway, which is my preference. I just want to wish them like a happy birthday. Or sing a happy birthday message. They're going to remember that stuff. People remember it, especially the ones that know you, like you, and trust you. And remember, some of these people, most of them, they should have already done a real estate transaction with you. So this is a big miss when you don't do that. And hey, sir, we play, who cares? Better late than never. Happy belated birthday. It's about making the call and having a real human connection. Same thing with the anniversary. Calls on your thing or you leave a message, double down with a handwritten note. You've heard this a million times. There's companies out there you can hire to do all this stuff for you, but if you're calling 5 a day, literally 5 past clients a day. Everyone call those in the room right now, you're going to have a very robust business. So, write a handwritten note. Send them a video text, right? A lot of people are very text friendly. Sending a birthday video to somebody goes a long way. You can sing happy birthday, you can get ridiculous, whatever you want to do. They're going to engage the video. We talk about the forward script, and I always express gratitude. You gotta remember, with these past clients, they trusted you with probably their largest financial purchase. And you're not saying, hey, well, grateful we helped you back in 2019. Timing was great, right? Made all this money. I mean, it couldn't have been any better. Have a 2-year anniversary, whatever it is, to move to the next goal. This stuff works. It's old school. It's not sexy. It's sweat equity that turns into commission dollars without referral fees. We also direct mail our database. We get direct mail every 3 weeks. We have a plan that's there. One is a market update. People love to know what's going on with real estate. So we work a 4-county area. We do multi county. We want to make this scalable and repeatable. The best piece is the best things to do on here. On the right, the welcome spring. That just happens to be springtime now. That has shelf life. It goes up on the refrigerator. Hey, here's the local, the local group fest, or there's the farmer's market, whatever it is, that stays up there. It's got your logo at the bottom. That's got value. This stuff works. And on top of that, QR codes are a thing again, thanks to this pandemic, right? Like, remember when everyone had QR codes and nobody used them? Like, I didn't even know what they were for, but now they're back and they're working. You guys know what the number one most viewed Super Bowl commercial was? The one with the QR code about the crypto company. So that gets them, they click on that QR code, they register, right in Boomtown. It gets the people that are interested alerting you. They're doing it on their own, they're hand raising and say, hey, I'm curious about the value of my home. Great time to reach out to your client. Hey, did you see what the neighbor got for their property? I thought of you when I saw this sale. Like, there's easy ways to engage. We also do a lot of video and real follow-up after the close. So these are things, again, easy to do. You can schedule this as a smart trick. If you were automatically have it start when it goes to the close status, call them 7 days after they're closing and 30 days after they're closing. You know what most realtors do? They collect and neglect. They get their commission check and they never talk to them again. Got that check, like, see you later, Eric. I never want to see you again the rest of my life. That's how it goes. This is a miss. Imagine your realtor calling you and saying, hey, I know it was kind of hectic last week. You're going to settle on your home. How did the move go for you guys? You got to settle in okay? That shows you care. 30 days, same thing. Call people around the holidays. The Thanksgiving call, hey, I wish you and your family a great holiday season. We're super grateful for you. Thanks for choosing us for one of your largest transactions. That's a real call. You can't ask for business on these calls. You just got calling them and letting them know you're still there. And then additionally, we record a video show on episode like 258 at this point, once a week, about did you know about the market? And it goes out outside of the CRM. This is really important. Don't mass email people through your Boomtown account. They're going to unsubscribe and you lose them forever. So we use MailChimp. And what we do is we send them this video once a week. And once every month, we do a house market. What's going on in the market? Super easy. You just get the local MLS stats, tell them what's going on, and then from there, maybe there's something about, hey, how to win a bidding war? Because everyone's wondering about that right now. Or what the interest rates going above 5% mean for buyers and sellers. The questions you get asked every day turn into a video show. Really easy, and it's a way to scale your sphere and give them value-based content, not call them looking for a referral. That's what most people do. So that's how you work the sphere. Now, there's also a lot of things within Boomtown that are going to help you enhance your business. One of the challenges is, a lot of people think tech is going to change everything. Everyone's looking for that magic bullet. And if you read the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, they have 11 companies they study in this book. And these 11 companies outperform the other companies in their sector on average 6.9 times the market average. One of the myths, and this was like a light bulb above my head when I saw this, is that tech's not going to drive it. All those companies, they case studied each one of them. None of them said technology was the reason they were successful. They say it enhanced it, but it didn't create growth. It actually accelerated their growth with their business. So, knowing that, you've got to look at Boomtown as almost like a partner in your business. Or whatever CRM you're using. You've got to look at it as a partner and learn how to work the whole thing and make sure you understand each and every piece of it. Because when you do that, that's how you scale your business and protect it from all these people trying to get to your clients. It's insurance. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to enhancement is texting enhancement. 91% of consumers right now, they would opt into a texting service. And text messaging, SMS, is a 45% response rate. Like a 1 out of 2 shot. I mean, that's what I'm looking for when I'm trying to engage with people. So, most agents, I've seen them do this. They don't set up the templates in the CRM. Anyone here guilty of this? Like, cut the same message 100 times, right? Lindsay's not, but apparently everyone else is. So the point is that you can do this, and there's text messages that are statistically proven to get a better response. So you call a lead, they come in. They don't pick up. Text them, hey, just try calling them. They're a good time to connect. You are much more likely to get a response to that. Because look, you're calling these people, they're at work. They've got things going on. They might have screaming children in the background. They're looking at these online web tools. It doesn't matter. Text is going to get you a 45% response rate. So if the call doesn't work, and we are a call-first team. Our organization is a call-first organization. Because that worked so well for me in my career, texting works. And you've got to be willing to pivot. The second text, this is probably the best responding text I've seen. Is this insert prospect's name? And you can use like the smart language in Boomtown. You put a bracket on it. I think it's prospect first name or something like that. It's all in the help system. And you template all this. And you literally just drop it down, hit 2 clicks on your phone, and you can send that text out. Or it's part of your smart trick, which we'll get into in a second. This one gets an amazing response rate. You should make it part of your drift and use this text as something that's going to help you. The third one, hey, I know you're busy. Is there a good time to talk about your goals? These people are busy. I schedule phone calls because it takes so much time. A lot of people want to have a quick text exchange, and text is way better than email because it's conversation, right? When someone emails me, that means they want something, either my time or my money. And when I was filled out, I'm going to get an email, and kind of cringe, and see it come up. Hey, can you do me a favor? Great, you're good now on my desk. So, you want to look at, can I schedule a call? Is there a good time to talk? Because the conversion happens when you get in the weeds. It can't all be automated, but if you can get on the phone with somebody, you can use the LP Mama script, or whatever the script is, get the discovery question, qualify them, and see if they're going to be a motivated seller or buyer. The fourth one, did you see what the neighbors got for their home? You don't even need to know what the neighbors told their home. Send this out to sellers. Try like a poll, or try doing it as a one-off, and then when they respond, then you look up and see what actually you have to tell them. But this will get a response. You know why? Everyone loves talking about real estate. You hear it all the time. People love knowing about the homes they're selling for. They love knowing about what's going on in the market. So, did you see what the neighbor got for their home? And the last one, this works really well for buyers. This home looks like a great fit for you, and then put a link to the home. We're using this internally at our team, and we're getting a great response from those people that are on the fence. And David talked about what interest rates have done. It gets people on or off the fence. Well, if you're not bringing them opportunities in the market to transact and showing them what's actually out there, because once this stuff sells so quick, by the time they see it, it's 3 days later they're home sold. You're missing the boat. So it's another great way to enhance your business with the technology that's at your fingertips. Video enhancement. I love video. And look, if a guy looks like me can do video, anybody can. They're going to find out what you look like, right? Like people will know when you show up and meet them. There's a couple ways video will enhance your business. We use the BombBomb API connection. I think I've sent like 5,000 plus BombBomb videos. Like it's bananas, and it works so well. My favorite one, when I was heavy in production, I'm going to show you what heavy in production looks like in a second from a lead indicator standpoint, is the pre-appointment video. You're meeting somebody, you take 30 seconds, send them a video. Hey Doug, it's Tom Toole here. I'm super excited to be meeting with you this coming Tuesday. And in the links below, you'll find all our information. You can see what kind of results we deliver and how we can help you with this big decision coming up. I will call you beforehand to confirm. If you need anything in the meantime, reach out. And Doug, I know you have a lot of choices in front of you when it comes to real estate. I'm really honored to be one of them. Imagine you sent that video out to somebody, that's genuine and that's serious. Same thing for the buyer side script. And it's got that personalized video. You think about it, you're meeting somebody. At my peak of production, I had a 1.1 to 1 ratio of appointments to sales. Because I was going that heavy. But you do that every time. It's the discipline. It's going to help you close more business. And guess what? The other realtors aren't doing it. They're like, if they text them beforehand to confirm it, and show up for the appointment half the time. This is a way to get ahead and pre-qualify and engage your people before you even meet them. Can't get me on the phone video. This could be an evergreen video you film, just send out every single time. After you text them, send them out an email with a bomb. Hey, I just tried calling you. I know you're probably busy. I want to see if there's a good time to connect. Here's my calendar link below if you want to schedule a call. Or I'm available this time or this time. It'll work better for you. Really simple stuff. It's one video you can send over and over and over again. Then there's the post-appointment video. I like to text this video. Think about when you go into an appointment, like a listing presentation. You don't get the listing. A lot of people don't do enough follow-up. Average realtor follows up we know all the conversion happens at 6 plus. So as soon as I'm walking out of that appointment, and I get home, and maybe it's like 8 o'clock at night, all I want to do is go to bed. A quick video. Hey, it's Tom Toole here. Thanks so much for taking the time to meet with me tonight. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I'm really clear on one thing and you make your final decision. You're not going to find that anybody as focused as I am on getting your home sold and getting the best price. I'll make sure to follow up if you have a plan, if you need anything, I'm here for you, and I'd really love to work with you. Again, one-to-one video chat, we're going to show, hey, this guy or gal, they're working their butt off. They're serious. They want my business. You don't want to feel wanted. Some realtors come in, they have an ego, and they're like, yeah, you can listen to me if you want, whatever. That's not going to engage people. And we all want listings, right? And this works with buyers too. So just let them know you want the business. It's a simple thing that people don't do enough. And then the market update video. This is a video anyone can do. Here's what's happening in the market. Here's the change year over year. Here's what's happening with prices. This is what it means for buyers and sellers. You can film that within Boomtown in your CRM and then send it out in one-to-one videos. All your prospects you're trying to get off the fence, you're trying to convert. You're giving them market data, you're giving them your opinion, and showing them that you know what you're talking about. So video is another way you're able to really scale and enhance your business. And this all can be done right inside the platform. This is probably the simplest thing Boomtown has to offer, and I would argue one of the most effective. The property drip, the EOR. We have standards on our team where we look for a certain amount of, we want to see at least 80 to 90% of people on EORs. The reason for that is everyone wants to know what homes are selling for and where properties are coming from. You see, I'm telling you to go to Zillow, guess what? That's 35% out of your profits. Right? You've got to get them coming back to the store. That's the idea. And you get a lot of insights when people are looking. You can, if you go to your now wall or recent activity, you can see, oh wow, Johnny calculated a mortgage on this property, looked at it 5 times. Maybe I should call him back. And then you look like a Jedi Master saying, hey, I sold this home at 123 Main Street. Might be a good fit for you. How did you know, Tom? I can't believe it. Well, that's how you use the platform. It's all right there. When you're sending the subjects out, I find the subject is really important because I don't know about you, I get emails all the time. I don't read as many of them as I should, but I want the branding in the email subject line. We got this from our peer coach at Boomtown. So a buyer side, Greer's new home search from your company name. Brand it to your company name. Put your name in the email subject. The seller EOR, this to me is the most underutilized feature because sellers want to know what homes are selling for in the neighborhood. And a lot of people, they're just kind of oblivious. They don't even know what homes are for sale. They don't make a left out of the driveway. They always go right. Here's how that stuff happens. We're not in a real estate decision-making phase. Someone can tell me, hey, your biggest asset, think about your financial management. You get like performance reports and account statements. It's kind of the same thing with your house. And a lot of people, they put a lot of money into their house. It's their biggest investment. So, brand it to wherever they live. So Lower Merion happens to be the township I live in outside Philadelphia. Lower Merion sales activity for Doug and Laura from your company name. And make sure it's branded to them. It has their name, they show it's personalized, it's not automated. This stuff works, it's really simple, and you don't have to do any of the work. You'll just get alerted when they respond to it, and then the Boomtown alert goes off on your phone to change, right? Or you can go in and see when they've been active on the site. So this stuff works. It's really simple, but that's how you get people from going outside the store, and they're coming to you as the most recognized and well-reviewed real estate brand in your marketplace. Smart Trip enhancement. So smart trips are another great feature of Boomtown that we look for a certain percentage for at our organization in order to be like lead eligible and all that. And the thing about these, I'm going to caution everyone. The conversion happens when you actually take action and make outbound activity. I want everyone to understand this. The smart trips are a replacement for lead generation and prospecting activities. What they do well is they keep the lead warm for you. Some of us have hundreds and thousands of leads. I think we got like 50-some thousand leads in our Boomtown CRM right now. Not managing all those, but if everyone's on a smart trip and we can use the system to measure that, and we've got pre-templated smart trips, we can add them in bulk, then it's going to help you. They're constantly getting emails and texts, and you're keeping in touch with folks. And you have to get the leads to convert. What we found is that all the conversion happens after a couple key metrics, so the 10-6 concept. What that means, this is studied by someone we work with who also works with Boomtown, and they've been inside the CRM for a lot of the high-producing teams in the country. In the first 14 days, conversion ratios jump if you call leads 10 times and text them 6 times. After that, at this point, 5x the average realtor follow-up. The average realtor follow-up 2.7 times. And it's going to help jump conversion. So that's something we look for. We train our agents on this, and we push it all the time. Are they getting 10 calls? Are they text. We do the same thing with our inside sales team. The other number up here is the 4-to-1 ratio. If you text 4 times to every one call, you're going to get 1 response. 45% response rate to SMS text message. That's what works. I've had to pivot this person. It's been a little bit of a struggle for me because some of you guys know me in the room. I'm like, Mr. Phone Call, if you're looking for me, I'm sitting on the phone 2 hours a day when I was in production. The world's changing. We have to pivot as well, and that's why you need data to guide you and don't just talk from stories. That's going to be calling people like a robot if I didn't know that information. And we already went over the follow-up test here. So another way to enhance, I'd encourage you all to go into the sharing library. You can see the markets that get the best response rate and score best, and just copy it for yourself. Don't come up with something new. Open houses. Another way you enhance your lead pillars, thanks to the CRM, we got a QR code here. Remember during COVID, like when open houses were back and everyone was like afraid to like pick up a pen or they were going to die or something, right? We started using QR codes. You literally snap the QR code. It's going to take them to a landing page on your Boomtown site to enter their information. And it's going to get them right into the system right away. And what I know about open houses is this. Right now, what does everyone want? More listings, right? So you actually are sitting in the product that you're selling. Historically, open houses have a 10% conversion rate. You have the lead form with the landing page set up. You make sure you put up at least 20 signs. So they can show up 10 minutes before, hung over, and they put one sign out, and then eat like a sandwich in the background and let people walk over. That's not how to prep for an open house. You want to get the signs up early. Your township or municipality you live in is probably going to have some regulations around it. You don't want to piss off the township or municipality and have to take all your signs. It's expensive. Hire a runner for $20. Hey, put up all these signs, you take them off, you get a high school kid. Really easy to do. 20 plus signs is what you want to put up. Get the flags out. You saw the Boomtown flags outside of those big feather things? Get those. There's a lot of attention in it. Circle dial the neighborhood. Again, a sweat equity technique with, if you use the Mojo power dial that integrates with Boomtown, you can do a properly plotting that search of all the homes around the property. Reach out and call them and say, hey, I got this great open house. People are asking for this home and I think they're going to get it. Why don't you come by and check it out on Sunday? And then when you have a good conversation, you can push the lead into Boomtown with the integration. Right? See how this is all coming back to using CRM and being smart about it? That's what this is. That's how you scale a business. And if you want to get really aggressive, we're seeing people door knock. You got to kind of know your market for that. Like if it's not walkable in the house more acre lots, it's going to be a waste of time. We're going to sweat the whole time and we're going to ensure it's going to look like it's bad. If it's a walkable neighborhood, you can hit maybe 10 or 20, it's not going to hurt, right? So that's the idea here. You want to enhance your open house with the functionality available in the CRM. We talked about video. I want to give you guys some stats real quick. 82% of consumers, internet traffic is video-based. So you're missing 82% of the traffic out there if you're not doing video. 54% of consumers, they want more video from the brands in their marketplace, aka the realtors. 54%, these are big numbers here. And 95% of message retention happens when people see a video instead of reading an email or a blog post. So if you want to spend and you type like me like a caveman and you write this big nice blog post where you can do a 5-minute video, the stats just tell you what to do. You don't have to guess. Use the data to make an informed decision. Best kinds of video that I find are the one-to-one consumer conversion videos we talked about, how the market did you know, or local business highlights. Again, what you can do there, you can connect with some business owners. We do this a lot with we have a radio show, we put it on video, we put it on social media, all that stuff. Called the state attorney the other day, we've done some business with, hey, you want to come on and talk about why you need to get like a will done? Magically, 2 days later, oh, hey Tom, I got this estate that needs to get sold. It's not a coincidence, because you're bringing value to them, and in turn they come to you as the resource, right? That's how the sphere marketing works. There's people you know in the area that you probably don't even realize that you can start delivering value to, and a lot of us have like video people that follow us around. So bring some value to your local community. And to give you an idea, like we're not even that good at YouTube yet. We had 1.4 million video views last year, and we've got about 2,000 subscribers, 1,700 and change. So it's another way to get your message out there so they don't go to Zillow, they don't go to Realtor, they don't go Google somebody and get hit with the Dave Ramsey act. Skill enhancement, right? This is kind of nothing to do with Boomtown, except you're going to convert lead better. The goal of role play, right? The goal of role play is to talk to less people and set more appointments. You don't want to practice on your client and totally screw up and lose the appointment, right? It happens all the time. That's what realtors do. So role play, and kind of have JC, and then Tom Berry came up, and that guy has a total alter ego when he gets on stage. Totally different person. Bo Jackson used to think he turned into the Halloween movie, Jason from the Halloween movie when he walked on the field. So he would execute without emotion. And he would actually carry a Jason mask in his back pocket in the locker room. That's what we're talking about. When you show up and meet these people, if you have a bad day, it doesn't matter. They're there because they want to transact, you better be ready. That's what role-playing practice does. So that's a great kind of mindset shift up behind that. It's also a way to enhance your routine. There was an article on Inman we were talking about yesterday on a podcast that said, you don't need a routine. I mean, I don't know any high achievers who don't have a routine in their day. It's that simple. I did a whole presentation about this last year at Unite. I'm not going to go through it. But you've got to have some sort of routine when you're moving in and out of timelines. Because if you're not doing that, you're not using your calendar, you're just going to kind of go from flower to flower to flower like a bumblebee and get nothing done. So it's really critical you time block your day, you follow it, and have a new routine. So here's what it looks like to produce 90 to 100 sales a year. If you want to really bulletproof your business, these are the lead indicators that are out there. So these are actual conversion numbers from 2020 and 2021. See how many times I had in 2020 was a little bit of a weird year. I lived in Pennsylvania. It was just illegal to do anything for a while out there before the pandemic. We were the last state to open up to sell real estate. We had to sit at home and call people. All the numbers though, 3,100 conversations, 2,300 in 2019. How many appointments I went on, how many appointments I held, the show rate. Most importantly, my favorite number is the appointment number, because I really practiced my presentation. I was at a 1.121 ratio in 2020 and a 1.33 to 1 ratio in 2019 of how many appointments I was going to sell a house. These are the numbers you need to know. If your business isn't broken down in math like this, you can't find the holes and see where you need to get better. And a lot of that has to do with activities, objectives, and results. And this is another thing realtors miss on because they don't have a business plan. They just want to jump to, hey, I sold 50 homes this year. Awesome. They don't want to get real with the work that needs to happen. And we talked about discipline at the very beginning here. Activities are the thing you can discipline. Nobody can get in the way of the activities you do. Nobody. No one can stop you from making calls. They can't stop you from sending texts. They can't stop you from filming videos, role-playing, prepping. David Childers talked about being the knowledge broker, so just knowing about your market. No one can stop you from doing that stuff. What you don't have control over, but you can influence, are the appointments you set, the appointments you hold, the offers you write, and the listings you sign, and you influence them by the activities you're taking every day. And using a system like Boomtown to do that is going to help you make it enhanced and faster and more efficient. And then because of the objectives, when you hit those objectives, that's when you get the results. This is how the sales funnel works. And most people aren't real with that. They just want to jump from selling homes right away and looking for the next magic goal. So the philosophy here, and then we'll show you how we business plan and do some quick Q&A. We've got a couple minutes left here. What's your one thing? Most people that write a business plan, it's like 15 pages long. They don't look at it ever again after November. And they blow the dust off this time of year in April and say, wow, I'm supposed to be doing all these things and I've done zero of them. Congratulations. Right? You've got to know what your one focus is, the singular focus. This is the book by Gary Keller. What's your one thing? Have a daily number. When I was in production, I wanted to set 2 listing appointments a day. That was it. I did that. That's a great day. Then I got the appointments later in the day and all this other stuff. That's where the routine comes in. So if you've got that daily number, you know what your goal is. It's going to make it a lot easier. Most people have these complicated goals. It's got to be simple and it's got to be tied to math so you know if you hit it. You can't go 1.5 appointments a day. It's either 1 or 2 or 0 or 3 or whatever. Have a conversation goal. How many people do you want to talk to? If everyone in the room here and everyone watching on the live stream, if you just talk to 15 people a day, your business is going to blow up. Hockey stick growth. Most realtors don't talk to enough people. And whoever talks to most people, they go on the most appointments and they sell the most houses. It's that simple. And everything I showed you is how to scale that and how to manage those conversations. And what your appointment goal is to make sure you're tracking. We use the number product that integrates with Boomtown and sees that's where those numbers I showed you came from. So I can pull up in 2019, here's what my production looks like, and then we can use it to help other people to train our organization, or just to present here and show everyone that's part of the Boomtown community. So you got to track it, you got to have a number goal, and it's got to be specific and measurable. Here's what the plan looks like. Most people, like I said, have these long plans. We have a 3-page business plan that we condense down to a one-page plan, and then we break it down into a 10-day goal. So this comes from Gary Keller. This is the 411 plan. I'm sure you guys have heard of this. So your goal is to sell You're not going to do any of it. It's statistically proven. When you have 2 or 3 things, that's when you get it done. So what are the 3 activities and behaviors you need to commit to? It could be as simple as talk to 15 people a day, work my sphere daily, and go on X amount of appointments. Like, it's not that complicated. Then when you have the annual goal, you break it down to the monthly goal. We work in 30-day time periods, right? That's how real estate is. At the end of the month, what did you do? That's just how we evaluate it. It's a good way to chunk it down. So again, what's your monthly goal? And the beauty of it is if you do this every month, maybe you didn't hit your numbers in January. Or maybe you over-exceeded your numbers in February. You got to adjust and pivot as you go. That's what a business plan is. And you do all that with the systems I showed you here. You got to adjust your goal each month to get back on track. We just did an exercise with our team that we know that by the end of April, we need to have 35 to 37% of your goal booked for your business based on historical data that we got from CSU and Boomtown and other places. And that allows people to strategically plan out what they need to do in the month of April. But if you don't have the data, you're just guessing. Oh, 30%, 40%, not really sure. It's not scalable that way. And then you break down those activities and behaviors again. And then the best part about this is the moving weekly goal. And I would keep this like posted in front of you, with you at all times. What's your goal for week 1? I need to sell a house week 1. That's the goal. If you don't hit it, you got to sell 2 in the second. You can always pivot and adjust. And then you go to that 10-day goal. What we're trying to do here is chunk things down. We want to keep this really simple. The 10-day goal, it talks about what's your spiritual goal. I'm not a spiritual guy, but that works for some people. Then there's what's your family goal. So maybe you want to spend some quality time with your kids, maybe you want to have date night, maybe you don't have a family, you just want some of your own time, whatever that is. What's your business goal? What's your financial goal? And personal goal could be like working out or something like that. All that stuff's going to help you hit the goals that you have for your business. That's the idea. And that's how you plan. Got any questions here, everybody? I got like 2.5 minutes. What do you got? I think you got a mic.
Hey guys, I have a question. How do we get that QR code for the landing page for the open house sign-in? Is that through Boomtown or?
It is through Boomtown. That's as much as I know. You have an excellent marketing team that does all this for us. But what I would say is if you go to the help section, I would imagine how do I generate a QR code, and they'll tell you that. And if you're not sure, I'm sure someone here can help you, but we generate it right from Boomtown and take it right to the landing page.
Very cool, thanks.
You got it. Any other questions?
How can you scale this down for acceleration? I'm scaling this 2 years in prison. How can you have a huge team? How do you scale it down for acceleration?
So we have a huge team now. A couple of years ago we didn't. 2019 we did not have a huge team. We've grown a lot, and that's exciting. So we scale it. Use the plan, right? What's your goal? Start with your goal. And the way to break that down is like how much money you want to make, how many homes you want to sell, and then break it down from there. And then what lead code are you going to work? I start with your sphere, and then some sort of listing lead gen, and some sort of online lead. And then 3 lead codes, and start there. Because when I was in production, all the business I did was like expired listing, sphere, and internet marketing. And that was it. So it wasn't everything I showed you, I was doing myself. That 90 deal leader, that was myself. That was not our team. And that's why I wanted to break down the numbers for you. Got it. All right, we got 43 seconds here. Any other questions? Cool. So the last thing I'll leave you with, so we work in the greater Philadelphia area. So that's how to connect with us. Instagram's great. I respond to every message I get on there. If you guys have questions about this stuff. Most importantly, anybody in this room can do this. Just because we have these great numbers and all this stuff, I think our numbers have a lot of room to improve and be super transparent. Anybody can do this. You just have to make the decision to start and stay consistent and stay disciplined. So on that note, Boomtown Unite has been real. Thank you for the time.